Hey, what's going on, people? It's J.Good of Str8OutDaDen.com. I'm here with MC Romski. How are you doing, man?
Doing all right, man. How's everybody doing out there?
Oh, man, we're good. We're good. Thanks for taking the time out and calling in. We really do appreciate it. Calling in to Str8OutDaDen.com, man. Oh, by the way, STR, the number 8, OUTDADEN.com. Romski, first thing I got to ask, man, I know you have the new project coming. On the outside looking in, and just for the people that don't know you, just go ahead and give us a brief introduction of who you are, where you're from, and the things that you have going on.
All right, well, I'm Romski. I go by the name Romski. You can check me out on Facebook. I got the website coming up pretty soon. It's going to be RomskiHipHop.com. Before all y'all that don't know me, I come from out of the Bay Area in California. South Bay, to be particular. Came out of a town called Santa Clara, which is right next to San Jose. I don't know if you got any Sharks hockey fans out where you're from, but where the Sharks play. Basically, I live about 40 minutes south from San Francisco, 40 minutes south of Oakland. Started listening to hip hop at an early age in the 80s, influenced heavily by my brother. He brought home a lot of, he's about 4 years older than me, so he's bringing a lot of hip-hop from the 80s, from Run DMC to the Fat Boys, to Curtis Blow. Those are like the first guys I ever heard on tape,
Oh, okay.
I was really hooked in when he'd bring those tapes home. I'd be listening to that music, like when we would wake up in the morning and he'd be, getting ready for school, like he'd put in some Fat Boys, some Curtis Blow, and then, that's what I'd be waking up all the time to. So, I was like, man, I really, I'm digging this music. So, I don't know, just throughout my time growing up, I was always scribbling, trying to write rhymes, and I guess I really started, really writing rhymes at 14 when I was in junior high.
Okay.
During that time, it just blew up from there, and then I got to college, and then, I really started, finding a voice for what I wanted to do. And then the project itself it just kind of, it's been a long time in the making. It just hit a lot of speed bumps on the way, just life-wise in general, and then financially, finally had the means to put it out. So now it's ready to go.
Gotcha. And the project is going to be a commercial release, correct?
Yeah, but I'm going to be targeting it to more like independent record stores and selling it online and trying to get it to, trying to get it on iTunes somehow. But I'm going to be targeting indie stores, and once the website gets up, fans can just go to the website and purchase it there.
Okay, great, man, great. And now,
go
ahead.
Divide and conquer is what I'm trying to do.
Oh, I hear that. Now, will it only be in CD format, or do you plan on printing up some vinyl?
Right now, I only got CD format, but I'm just trying to manage this for vinyl because I know we're in a different age now. I mean, personally, I want to print them up in vinyl, but if you got some vinyl collectors, enough vinyl collectors out there that would be digging, I would totally put it on vinyl, and I wouldn't get it out for free if there's that many people out there. Because I mean, for me, this project is really not about making money. I was always a hip hop fan first, and I always had this belief that I could make some quality music. And then even though I'm selling CDs and stuff, it's really not about selling stuff. It's just trying to get the music out there to as many people as I can. It's so I'm people that buy the album, I'm gonna try to give as much free stuff as I can to them, whether it be stickers or any kind of promotional item I can. But if the demand for vinyl's out there, I'll definitely put some on vinyl. I mean, I still try to find vinyl where I can. I know, so that's why I'm targeting a lot of the indie stores because they still push that stuff.
Yeah, man. I myself personally, I love vinyl, man. I collect a little bit here myself. And definitely if you have vinyl pressed up, just let me know, man. We'll definitely do our best to get it out there for you. Now, the actual release of the project is looking like March 19th. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, March 19th. That's the date I set. I'll send it out to like college radio, like all the college radio stations I can find, all over the country. So all your major colleges, like University of Miami, Florida, Florida State, like NYU, Columbia, like any major university you could think of that has a radio station I send it to, as well as some like smaller colleges too. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They got it. So if you're around, if you know a college around that has a radio station that plays hip hop, you can just request it. They should have it.
Definitely, man. I was going to say 88.5 Georgia State University station. Definitely, if they don't have it, make sure they have it in their hands, because they're always open to play new up and coming artists. So definitely check them out if you haven't. Romski, I do want to just say thanks, man, for calling in. I do appreciate the time. And I was looking here. I know when you first sent the music over, we started going back and forth about the project and whatnot. I had my own standout records, and I just wanted to get your input on those records and what really inspired those records. Like for me, the first one, Keeping It Together, I really enjoyed that record, and I just want to hear your perspective. Like, what was your mindset when you was going over that record, and how did that come about?
When I wrote that song, like I was going through a lot of troubles of my own. Like I was, I think it was around 2005 time, like times were tough for me financially, and like, I was just, I wanted to do music, but at the same time I was conscious that, I need another way to make an income. But like out here in California, we were hit pretty hard with that kind of stuff, so we were finding like a little note, like even like a little part-time job was even hard to find for me. And I was just kind of, I don't know, like I was starting to get into my head a little bit, like, dude, like what, this ain't ever gonna pop off, dude. So I was like, I was still writing, rhymes just to keep my sanity, and I just started thinking, man, like, that's where the hook comes from.
Yeah.
Got to keep it together. Got to keep your mind together. And just thinking about a lot of stuff too. But I think I think I was noticing that hip hop was kind of going into like I don't know, like I always dug the kind of hip hop that dealt with like social issues, like real things that regular like blue collar folks could deal with.
Yeah,
that's where I come from. I come from a blue collar working class family. And I just noticed that a lot, like some of the lines in there, like I just noticed people would sell out just to ride inside a nice car. Like they wouldn't be making a ton of money, but they had this, this dope car, But
yeah, that perception
all
was
they,
that
all they had was enough money to make the payment, but
yeah.
They had like, 5 guys living in I had an actual friend that had this, nice Lexus, living with like 4 other dudes in like his crazy house that was, like it was just, I'm like, so I was trying to like, just trying to like vent, frustration at that time, and even though like it was tempting, I wanted to make the right moves.
Yeah.
I don't want to go that route. I just wanted to keep it together,
Yeah.
And that's where the song comes from. It comes from that time in my life.
Gotcha. And being an artist, I definitely see where you're coming from with that, because what's important, and this is just my opinion, you want to be able to tell those type of stories. Like you want to be relatable, and at the same time you want people to leave after they listen to your music, they feel like they know you, and I think that's very important. And from just that record there, when I heard it, I was like, okay, I related to it, because we all have those times in life when things are not going the way that they, we expect for them to go. And, it's definitely one of those records that, anyone of any age should be able to relate to. And that's one thing I really like about your music, man. Like, it goes across all age groups. Yeah, it's hip-hop, And yeah, you know, we're both fans of hip hop, but it also just your music can reach anyone. Like, you know, a grandfather can listen to it and relate to the times when things was tough for his family, and he had to, you know, kind of get together and regroup. You know, so I definitely appreciate that about your music. One of the other records, no problem at all, that I wanted to ask you about, and I guess it's kind of self-explanatory, you know, just looking at the title. But, you know, sometimes us as fans and consumers, we think one thing, but the artist may be thinking about something else. And so for the record, Years in the Making, if you can kind of give us something brief about, you know, what was going on in your life at that time when you made that record.
When I made that record, a man who produced that, who made the beat for The Hermit, like, he's like, you know, we were piecing this album together. When it first came about, like, the album itself was just, we didn't know if when I first, like, we started recording it, we were just gonna record a couple songs and see how it went. There wasn't really like no project like idea involved. So I had done a couple songs already, beats that I've done, and then like he hits me with this beat, and he's like, oh, because he kind of noticed that the kind of beats that I would rap to were kind of up tempo.
Okay.
So he kind of wanted to switch it up. So like he hit me off with this like you know, the beat's kind of like at a slower pace, you know, which was a challenge for me because at the time I was just used to rapping up tempo, so I really had to slow my flow down and really concentrate on it. So artistically, it was a breakthrough because like I had to like, you know, I had to adapt, like, you know.
Gotcha.
And like it made sense at the time, like when he said, you know, you should probably try to, you know, switch it up because he was saying like you're rapping and it's dope, but it's like boom boom boom. It's like, you know, it's like quick jazz it. It's like punch it quick, you know, and like slow the pace down because you're gonna lose everybody. So like you hit me off with this beat, and then like you know, I was like, yeah, it's dope. Like I was feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just hits the mood. It just kind of took me back to a time when, like, you know, I just started thinking that, like, throughout my life on this earth that I've been living, like, you know, I really haven't really had, like, any, like, kind of, like, personal success, like, in my life, even though, like, you know, like, I'm not dead, like, I'm not, you know, like, completely broke, you know, I graduated college, you know, I got an education and stuff, but you know, all that's fine, but, you know, in the real world, like, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's like, you know, now it's survival mode. So, like, that's kind of where that song comes from. It's just, like, but then, like, growing up, too, like, I always had, like, a different, like, you know, I always thought things differently than a lot of people. I never really went with the norms, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if with that song, it's, like, always, you know, I think it's, like, I was always different from the rest, like, in terms of like musically, it's like, you know, some, you know, like with everybody that likes music, like some people like all the commercial cuts. But I was always into like the new, like underground, not really underground, but like I always liked stuff that was different. You know, I never really went with the grain. Even my mom said like, man, like she always said, growing up you were always like difficult. You never went with like. You know, like, you know, so she always said, that's why we had to smack you all the time, because you never would behave mine. And I guess it's just in my personality that, like, you know, I always wanted to do things differently. Like, you know, I didn't want to go the same way as everybody else.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And by the time I made that song, like, you know, I was already in, you know, like a full-grown man here. So, you know, I was too far gone to change, dude. So that's where the chorus from.
Gotcha.
Ain't no time to look back, you know.
Yeah, no.
You know, and in terms of the song and making it, like, you know, when I really, like, said, like, I'm going to get down with trying to rhyme, like, seriously, like, before that I was just, like, writing rhymes as a hobby. I was, like, you know, my senior in high school, like, you know what, like, I just graduated, I was going, you know, I really wanted to try and invent, like, try to do something with this hip-hop, because, like, I was seeing a lot of people around that, like, that were, like, you know, B-boys and, like, MCs, but I never really, like, you know, not to diss nobody, but I always thought, you know what, in the back of my mind, you know, I probably could, I can be a little bit better than them, you know, if I really put my effort into it.
Yeah, and nothing
at that
wrong
time,
with
in, like,
you know?
96, at that time, I just kind of, like, just put my effort in just trying to create, like, my style, like, I could have put a lot of stuff out early on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I knew in my heart that it would have sucked. So
Yeah,
like I just,
you got to grow as an artist.
I took my time in trying to create my style, and that's kind of what I noticed throughout what in my area is like a lot of guys were doing stuff, but like to me, I just wasn't really feeling it. And like I thought I could do a little bit better, so I just took the time and put the effort to develop my own style.
Gotcha.
And then
cool, man.
I got so much invested that I couldn't turn back. So
I hear
I
that.
had to
So
go through with it, you know.
The project once again is Str8OutDaDen.com. Str 8OutDaDen.com, and I'm on the phone with Romski, and I know we only have you for a short time here, but the project itself is due in stores March 19th, and who all are you working with? As far are there any features on the project, or are there and also production wise, who are you planning to work with the project?
Well, no, there's no features on the project. Produced by a really good friend of mine, or my mentor on this project is The Hermit.
Okay.
So he produced half the songs, and I know there's 11 tracks. He produced I think about 5 or 6 of them, and then I produced the other half.
Okay.
So it was just me. It was just a 2-man group. Like we just like, you know, I made some beats that I thought would be dope, and he made some beats that he thought I would sound good on, and we put them together. And
okay,
that's
cool.
the project.
Yeah, man, that's
and
good.
Then, currently, I'm working on a project with these cats out of the area called Full Effect.
Full Effect.
We recorded a single called "Live from the Underground," and probably looking for that in the summer. I'm not going to release it yet because I think the track's fresh.
Okay.
These guys are young cats, but like they know their history. They know what's up. Like I know a lot of young guys out in the game. Like they try to act like they're down with hip hop, and they don't even know like who Curtis Blow is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I
made sure I drilled them. Like they know what's up. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to know that history.
So I'm really excited to work with them. So. We're going to be working with them on one single that's going to be released, but we're talking about doing an album.
Okay.
I just really dig their style, and I just think it would be fair. I think it's like, for true hip-hop fans, like they need, that style needs to be kind of like at the forefront at this time, you know what I'm saying? As far as the beats go, real boom bap, like hip-hop,
Okay.
Real big bass, drum and kick stuff. So
no problem, man.
It's going to be fresh.
Good. Well, definitely stay tuned to that. And also, for anyone who's looking to get in contact with you about the album and about anything that you're doing, go ahead and give them that information now.
Well, if they want to get in contact about the album, I got an email you can get at me at info at romskihiphop.com. That's INFO at romskihiphop.com. Or you could hit me up on Gmail. It's Romski for you at Gmail. But try to hit me up at the info at romskihiphop.com, because once I get the website up, that's where I'm going to be taking most of my emails at. There's a lot of business and administration stuff that goes in with putting out an album, and I just,
what about
a little
Twitter?
lagging on that just because I'm doing it myself.
What about
it'll be up
your
soon.
Twitter handle and Twitter and Facebook? Those addresses?
Oh yeah, you can catch me on Facebook. I got a fan page. It's facebook.com /Romski Hip Hop, and you can follow me on Twitter at Romski Hip Hop. So you should be able to find me there. Or you can even I'm on YouTube. I got a couple tracks that are on YouTube. It's not official videos, but they're just something you can listen to. With Romski Vision is my YouTube channel. Trying to get that together too, and I want to get a couple videos made for this. I'm looking in for a couple songs. So working on that too. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Just trying to get it promoted out to the blogs and all the media and stuff. So
yeah, man,
a lot of work that goes into this, man. So I just want to say, like, anyone out there that wants to put out a project and it's like scared to do it, just do it. Because that's the only way you're gonna be happy. That's kind of how I was. I guess when I took a long time too. Is like I wasn't sure how I was gonna attack it until I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it my way. And I've never been happier.
Yeah, man, you got to do it.
It's a dope time right now, so it's pretty fresh.
Definitely.
I'm excited about it. Like the songs I've leaked, like people have been digging it. From like I put it on SoundCloud, and I got hits from like overseas too that are really feeling it. And a couple of blogs, like Str8OutDaDen are felt it. Just giving me really positive energy.
Yeah, man, most definitely.
So it's a good time. I appreciate you guys like feeling the music.
No problem at all. No problem. Well, hey, man, we hate to tie it up, but we got to get ready to roll, man. But I do appreciate you calling in, and just give them the Twitter and Facebook information one more time before we out.
All right, you can catch me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Romski Hip Hop. You can follow me on Twitter at RomskiHipHop.com. If you want to send me an email or just say what up, you can email me at info@RomskiHipHop.com, or you could just hit me up on Gmail, romskiforyou@gmail.com. I'm also on the Google Plus, so you follow me on Google Plus, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. You can catch me on a YouTube channel, Romski Vision. Just keep on the lookout, just trying to put out this hip hop, and for all the people to enjoy, man. Hip hop's a big deal to me. So I love it. Grew up with it. Kind of want to see it see it progress even further,
Yeah, man. Well, definitely. Once again, it's J.Good at Str8OutDaDen.com, man. Make sure you check us out, and for more phone interviews just like this. Thanks again, Romski.
No problem, man. Thanks a lot.